going on?
No food, no money, and a more than likely chance that all three of us aren't getting out of here. Well, you already met Tori, the most unequipped vehicle to do what she's doing. And this is Patty, my adopted Bolivian, accompanying me on this adventure and every adventure afterwards as I drive us from Argentina to Alaska. We decided to take a rest from waiting at blockades and took the advice from some locals to visit Iruya, a mountain town apparently worth the trip, but they didn't mention the choppy terrain that the tuk-tuk's fragile suspension would take over 7 hours to drive.
That's just insane.
Alrighty, we got everything ready and we're in this little small town.
Another day on the road with a tuk-tuk in a place that doesn't have tuk-tuks. Creek crossing, this is fun.
It's light work, baby!
Perfecto. I just met a legend. He just stopped off and he was like, yo, I've seen your vids. How good, man. So we're just gonna chuck a photo in. He's just come from Iruya and that's where I'm going. The first like fan I've ever met, really, like that's doing a similar crazy adventure as myself. This is freaking wild, eh? Just the sights of where we are at with the tuk-tuk. This dirt road, it's really punishing the vehicle. Everything's vibrating around in the back, including Patty. So we're getting there, but yeah, it's just, I'm not gonna be surprised if we get a flat tire somewhere along this road. Hola amigo, ¿cómo está? Tú sabes, me encanta tu casa, es bonito. Muy bien para ti. ¿Quieres? Tu casa es bonito, amigo. Está bien, para ti, relax, yeah. Ciao. Wholesome little kids just jumping the tuk-tuk. Yo, just letting some legends roll past because they're a lot faster than we are, but yeah, like check that out. Tori is having a day. Yeah, we out here. Holy shit. Patty, we okay? We good? But just check out these mountains in front of me. I'm freaking loving the scenery, hey. Estás bien, che? You good, Patty? Phew! Anything for the content, right? What? I didn't even realize the view. I don't think the camera does it justice. Good old elevation sign saying we're at 4,000 meters. Yeah, we're at 4,000 meters. We're absolutely living it, and yeah, there's a bit of wind about, so the drone is not probably a good idea until we get down these mountains a little bit. Argentina putting on a freaking show out here, let's go! I'm freaking loving it. How good, eh? That's just stunning. That's freaking stunning, Patty. How lucky are we, Patty, to be in such a beautiful place? That's freaking incredible. I love this tuk-tuk lifestyle, man. It's just something else. Puedo pasar, che. Whoa, that was a noisy one. Está bien, hey, Patty. Hey, relax. Chill out, hey, relax. We survived the sheep crossing, girl. Hey, hey, entiendo. Basta. Hey, relax. They're gone, relax. I'm gonna have to record it later on. So they mentioned that we were at 4,000 meters and where we're going down to is 2,700 meters. So yeah, we're dropping like 1,500 altitude just today. And then tomorrow we're gonna have to climb up again, which is gonna be like, it's gonna be wild for the tuk-tuk to handle that. but I have faith in Tori. That's the cutest. Oh, you're protecting. Oh, that was beautiful. That was adorable. That was two little calves, more or less. If I know about what the death road looks like in Bolivia, this looks like it. He's stopping for me? Or do I stop for him? Oh yeah, the road widens up. Man, I'd hate to be that bus driver, that's for sure. That's wild. No, thank you. Tuk-tuks are the way to go. That's a freaking canyon, man. Whack! What an incredible country. Frick, I love it. I love it, I love it. Ah, I can't get enough. How good, Patty. And then when you sum it up with the empanadas and like the culture, wow, man, say less. That's just insane. Insanely beautiful, wow. That's all me. Tori, hold it together, you're doing great. Yeah, you're doing really well. How close can we get here? Good? Yeah, that's not even a, that's not even a bus, is it? Wow, man, that's the oversized tuk-tuk. That's the upgrade. That you go from 3 to 4 wheels, and that's what you get. They had a dog and everything. That was a vibe. Tori looking excellent, gorgeous as always. Your little photogenic thing. Tati, we good? We love it. But where the heck are we, man? This is a vibe. This is sick. Low on fuel, low on food when you get to Irusha, because it's getting late, and yeah, I haven't had lunch yet either. So let's get it. Let's go, Patty. Let's go. Like I can see a village off in the distance. I'm getting like kind of impatient, and we're kind of sending it, and we're sending it maybe a bit too hard. Like we are still off-roading the tuk-tuk, and I still need to have it last another 5 years. This is kind of a video that you don't want the mechanics to see, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, it's a beautiful sight. We're getting there. We stalled in third. This isn't good. And now I can't even put it in neutral. We got stuck and then it stalled. Come on, Tori. Okay. Not had this problem before, stalling in the third and not being able to put it in neutral to turn it back on. That's whack. And we're out here like. What is going on? What is going on? Sí, fuimos conduciendo en tercero y no puedo ponerlo en neutral. Cerrado, relax, papá.
¿Es malo?
Solo protectora, pero a ella no le gusta la gente adentro, pero eso es de clutch y cambiarlo es en segundo.
No cambia.
No cambia.
Fue primera, ¿no?
Mira, eso no me... ¿Puedes ver los números?
Sí.
Relax. Sí, esa línea es neutral. Sí, neutral a empezarlo. ¿Podemos intentar empujar? Tal vez si estamos así, puedo tal vez. La cosa es, no puedo cambiar las marchas. Es en segundo y necesito poner en neutral a empezarlo.
¿Y cuál cambio?
Esa. Eso es
¿Embrague?
Sí. Pero no he cambiado nada.
¿Vamos? Movámosla. Movámosla.
¡Ey! Relax. Relax.
Movámosla. Para arriba, ¿no?
Sí. No es cambiando. Relax. Gente están ayudando a nosotros, che.
Para allá movamos. Para atrás. Vamos. Vamos. Vamos.
mate. We are well in the ¿Cómo estás?
¿Vivan acá? ¿Cómo se llama su perro, señor?
Escucha, no, ella es nerviosa. Perdón. Ella es mala. Está bien, che. Yeah, no, we're in the shit. Hey, we've had people come past. Some need to go, some were helping. No one really knows what they're doing because it's a tuk-tuk, and I guess I'm the most qualified person. I've opened up that. I think, like, apparently there is a mechanic in there, but I'm like, I don't want him to come out. I don't have any money as it is with me, like in cash in person. I've literally got $9 to my name, you know, right now. So yeah, my best case scenario is I either fix it myself. Second best case scenario is I get on a call with the legends at Motorland, the mechanics. It is getting late though. It's like 6:30. It gets sundown at 7. We're in a great spot, like a beautiful spot to break down, but we're in the and like I'm just stressed, you know. But yeah, we'll figure it out, I'm sure. So it's in like the position for neutral, but it's not in neutral, and therefore I can't turn it on. So I think the vibrations have like cooked it out of place. So in doing that, I've taken off this, right? And that's now put this out of place, and I've tried to change some things underneath, but I don't, like I've put it far out of place where I can't put it back in now. So I've gone to cook myself, you know? People are stopping, people are saying, oh, I'm gonna drop my missus off and I'm gonna come back. Just a bunch of legends. As much as we're in the shit, it's just, it's all part of the adventure, you know? Yeah, you know we're in the shit when we're going through the box of goods. We think that the white cable's broken, but we don't really know. And it's weak because my legendary friend turned up again. It's not beautiful, but at least it works.
Sos una leyenda, amigo. Qué locura. Sos increíble. No, amigo. Gracias, gracias. Wow.
I've never been more like... She's not perfect. She's very far from perfect, but she'll get us to town at least. My man Frank, the absolute freaking legend, who like dropped his missus off and then came back and kept working on it. Yeah, he waited around for even me to... He was helping me pack the tuk-tuk, and he's like, oh man, I'll follow you. Just one of those legends of the journey, you know, like, yeah, putting that back together, especially with the wires under a lot more tension, it was kind of complicated, but to be honest, nothing really changed. I just took it apart and then put it back together, and somehow it worked. The man had faith. It was really nice, like we're in the mountains and there were still people stopping and taking pictures and asking about the journey, but I was a bit stressed. Like we're on the creek, like in the mountains. It's still nice. It was a nice spot to break down for sure, but we're on the road again. Nah, but Irusha looks beautiful, man. Ciao, ciao, amigo. Legend. Legend. Oh man, I couldn't have done it without him. Freaking gorgeous, man. Can't say much else. Other than maybe these cobblestone paths are terrible for the tuk-tuk. They can't handle. Where are we at, man? This is insane. What a beautiful place. Wow. Gracias. No. Fecha. No, sí. No tenemos gas.
Tiene 1 metro para atrás. Enciende así. Dale, tené como 3 metros. Lárgala ahí.
but he's like, what the f. El lugar para camping, amigos. No lo sé si puedo. And we're like going up a hill I didn't think we could get up, you know? Tuk-tuk's far from perfect. El lugar para camping.
Para allá abajo, para arriba.
Okay, gracias. What? She just said it's really high. That's why. I'm now regretting what we're putting the tuk-tuk through. Like, this place is gorgeous. I just need to have it parked in the garage and I'll be happy.
Oh, I'm cooked. Paddy, you gotta chill out. Wild. Okay, that was big stress. Tori, we've got a garage. The stress isn't done yet. We got this hill to drive up tomorrow or whenever we leave. The other thing is that we got going is that is like I haven't met the owner yet. The neighbor just said just drive in and then see how it goes. And there's these signs saying no dogs, so we don't even know if we can stay yet. Well, what a day, what a day. That's probably the nicest camp setup I've ever been in my entire life in these mountains. It was mad stressful, but we freaking made it. And yeah, I can sense like Paddy caught a bit of my stress. Like getting stuck and then driving up these mountains with an imperfect tuk-tuk. Está bien. We're okay. So we're just gonna go have a walk, find some dinner. I'll probably have an early night, but this is insane. She's stressed, I can feel it. I'm still stressed. Oh my gosh, that was just a lot. Like my body is like, oh, I can feel it. It's like a ball of freaking stress, man. All good, it is what it is. And I did see there's a bank so we can get money out so I don't have to stress about like how we can only spend $9 to eat and then to get back to where we need to go tomorrow. But yeah, wild experience, man. Just crazy.
Just waking up and Paddy is beside me because the tuk-tuk was in the garage. We didn't need to have her really sleeping in it, and because it's so far away as well, I didn't want her like barking unnecessarily since it was in a safe spot. So with the cold as well, I was like, oh, just have Paddy in the tent with me and we can have all our blankets. This is exactly how we kind of slept. My sleeping mat, and I think I slept like kind of like this with the sleeping bag, and then we had this blanket over the two of us. But we had a good sleep, and yeah, we woke up and it's 9 AM, so we obviously needed the rest. I think the plan for today, we're gonna do some hiking to a few of the lookout spots around the town and just see how the day plays out, because yeah, I've got to do a bit of maintenance because the tuk-tuk's not perfect as well.
Just on the morning walk and appreciating life. We've got this beautiful backdrop behind us of Iruya. The streets are just so beautiful around here in these mountainous environments. This is what the tuk-tuk was struggling to climb up yesterday. So behind me with just the police, they're quite helpful. And on my right, that's the bank. The only bank in this city. So the issue is I had $9 to my name, now I only got $3. And unfortunately, with all the protest blockades, the trucks with the money can't get through. So there was a mountain of people there yesterday lining up, and I was like, oh, I'll just go tomorrow. Because it would have been like a 2-3 hour line, right? Apparently the police just mentioned that, oh, the altitude and the hills are getting me. But the police mentioned that they got a helicopter in of money yesterday. And the next time they're gonna bring money might be not for another week or so. And yeah, I can't, like they said there's a business that can potentially take money off your card, but I just spoke with her and she was mentioning, well, she just said with like a foreigner's card you can't do anything. So I'm gonna have to bust my ass out of this place, back to the protest blockade, and then down to the next city. I might have to get there today. I've still got fuel and I still got food for Paddy. But yeah, I don't have any food for me. We screwed up. I took like 150 from last town, but made like a surprise detour here thinking, oh yeah, there'll be banks. No, there's not. There's only one ATM and it doesn't have any money in it. But we're in a beautiful spot, but a bit expensive for that reason. It is what it is though. But yeah, camping and eating my weight in bread yesterday, along with a couple of bananas, really saved me a bit of money. So that's why I still have my $4. Yeah, nonetheless though, I am a firm believer in everything happens for a reason, and I think this is one of those things. What a beautiful spot to do some mechanics in the mountains here. The guy was like, oh, stay close so that you're close to mechanics and close to internet. The thing is, with the $4 to my name, like I have to get to the next big city, which is the 6 or 7 hours drive and past the protest blockade as well. So we're in for a day. In 200 kilometers, I'm due for an oil change. So I'm just gonna change the filter, the oil filter and the oil. But it's almost midday and we're just fiddling around with the tuk-tuk still. All right, well, we're in it, eh? It wasn't the smoothest, but we got it done. See, so I'm now at the level where I'm so poor, people are giving me rice and pasta. So they've just chucked that in the back for me. These freaking legends there at the campsite. But yeah, I've just finished off the oil change and I've absolutely made a freaking mess of it. I can't believe it. I need to put exactly 2 liters of oil in 2 different spots. I don't know how much the oil went in each spot. We're just gonna turn it on, look at the oil level and see how it goes, you know? But yeah, every time I do this, I'll just get better and better, so yeah. But we're out here, we're living the dream. Paddy's off snoozing under a tree. Someone's happy as. So that's the tent. How about this spot, hey? How about it? Yeah! No way, I can't get up this hill. Es el máximo, amigo. Ahí ya. We need a mad runner. ¿En dónde estás? Voy a conducir hasta ahí y si puedes, desde atrás al lado. No pones tus manos en el lado. Voy a conducir muy rápido. Come on, brother. La gente. Dios mío. Muy bien. Gracias por... Ciao, ciao. They were both pushing, that was crazy. What? Just wild, man. Wild. So we've got a half working tuk-tuk, $3 to a name, a bag of rice and a bag of pasta, and a dream. That'll actually get us further than I think. So I think we'll be fine. What a day, what a day. Well, we're doing it. The only issue is that it's just really tight to change the gears. Gotcha. ¿Cómo está? Got him. I saw him whip out the phone and I was like, I gotta take a photo of you taking a photo of me, boy. So if I wasn't stressed before, I'm stressed now. The tuk-tuk is, something's changed. Like, I know it's not great at altitude and shit. These are my legends. Ciao, ciao, amigos. Like, if we got enough fuel, we're gonna like barely make it. I want to keep the fuel money. Why am I? So, I want to keep the very little money I have in case I need to buy some fuel off someone on the road. I don't know how many liters I got in the back, but it's not much, and I don't have a full tank currently. At the same time, we're gonna chew up more fuel going uphill as we climb like 1,700 meters today. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Worst case scenario is wild camping, cooking up the rice on my gas stove, feeding Paddy, and keeping that fuel money. We'll be fine, champ. We got company. ¿Cómo?
Págueme, pues, que la gaseosa para mis chicos, pues, ahí van, si no ve.
Dinero.
Ah,
No tengo nada, perdón.
no tiene nada, ¿qué tiene,
Por-
pues?
No tengo nada. What is this? Bueno, I think they're doing this on purpose. They put him back on the road. Dios mío. That was so unnecessary. Where she was like, do you have anything? No? And then she just put the sheep on the road and said, F you. Oh man. Relax, está bien. We're okay. We're okay. We live another day. It's not looking pretty, lads. First gear is all we can do through these mountains as we climb higher, and 10 kilometers an hour is the max speed. We'll get back out on the highway in about 6 hours at least, and then there's a protest blockade, and then we've got to drive I don't know how long to get to this next town. Like, this is first, you can barely see it. Now we're picking up, but these hills are tough on touring. Check it out, Pati. Tori and I are killing it. Sorry I didn't have faith in you, girl. Third gear uphill. Absolutely sending. We worked it out. Oh well, we did. Yeah, you got to send the corners to keep the speed through the uphills. But now we're in second doing 20 kilometers just before third doing 30 kilometers an hour. Happy days. Yeah, just had to give her a little bit of a warm up. Get her out of those like hectic altitude mountains of just like hectic gradients. Now she's thriving. It's windy as though. Check that out. Yeah, a bit of a dust storm, but I do like the little protective coat that Tori gets when we go through a dust storm. Makes it look like she's been doing something, like she's been places worth talking about. Yo, the wind is cooking, but I'm so proud of Tori because we made it to 4,000 meters. Let's go! And we did it in record time as well. We were killing it. Man, I don't know why I doubt tuk-tuks, and Tori especially. I can do anything, man. Let's go! Todo bien, ¿y vos?
esa máquina?
Es increíble, ¿no?
¿De dónde viene?
Soy de Australia, ella de Bolivia, mi carita, y estamos en ruta a Ushuaia.
Ojo, van bien, van bien.
Sí, sí. Perfecto.
Mucha suerte.
Gracias, chao, chao. Chao, leyenda. Buena onda. Just a good vibe. That's what we're dealing with, you know? Like, that's why we can't go very fast. Golly. That is everywhere on the roads. That's why we're doing like max like 5-10 kilometers an hour. We'll get there when the sun gets down pretty much. Forgot how ugly this road is on the way back. Estamos bien. Or like an angle with in the four-wheel drive tracks, you know? Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up, but I'm glad you're chilling. Third time me seeing that bus driving now. That's how slow we move on these roads. Bit of the water. Loving it. Oh gosh, I didn't even know I was recording that. That's a genuine reaction. I love it. But we're loving it. We're loving it. We're loving it. It's just, it's such a change. Put some music on, get in the mountains, start like stressing less about fuel and more about how much we're enjoying the process. That's the priority, hey? Yeah, it's just hit 6 p.m. I didn't realize how late it was. We've just been driving all day and doing mechanical things. Anyway, we pulled up in a good a spot as ever, and those legends that gave us the rice, that's what we got right here. And yeah, we're about to get on the cook-ups. What do you think, Pati? Man, I love just having her off leash, hey? When we're just out in the middle of nowhere, no one bothering us. Just, yeah, set her up with the water bowl, the dog bowl, and we can do our thing, you know? And like worst case scenario, it's not the best spot. It's far from our stealth camp, being like right beside this highway. But if it hits dark and we got to set up the tent, we got to do what we got to do, you know. But we might go further down the road. We're just gonna crack into some food because we haven't eaten today yet. Just gonna wait for that to boil. This is a setup, man. A family from Argentina gave me that. I'm so appreciative. Oh, she's adorable. She's adorable. Just how Dobermans chuck their head on whatever's going, you know. That's just the cutest. Yeah, and if I wasn't so poor, I would have bought some more Shedaba because this would be a solid spot for mate. But we ran out. I've been going too hard on it lately. Call me a liar, but I got mate, baby. Yee! We found some, just enough to make a cup. I was unsure if we'd get there, and the tomato sauce I was dipping some bread in last night. That was my dinner. I bought like half a kilo of bread. So I got the sauce for the rice, and we're gonna chuck a bit of this protein powder that I be using. Yeah, but that's gonna be a meal. I'm actually keen. We got it going. And a bit of salt and pepper. Mate, we're living the dream out here. It's maybe the saddest mate you've ever seen, but it'll do. It'll have to do. Nah, that's solid. That's quality pati. Yeah, the Shedaba that we're drinking is Rosamonte, just by the way. Patty's hooking into a feed. And look at us. This is episode 1 of cooking in a tuk-tuk, you know? Freaking, you don't see it every day, do you? Cheers, man.
Hola, cutie.
So that's how we're looking. It's definitely far from like the most appetizing thing you've ever seen in the world. But for a man that's only eaten like bread and tomato sauce for 48 hours, bit of salt and pepper, and especially for what we're doing, like we're making do. And we still got $4 in the bank account. Well, what do we think? Patty, is that a winner? That's what we got. Patty, sit. Good, sit. There you go, Bubba. You want to try that? No, you can't bite it. Oh, good job. Not bad? What do you think? Nah. She's like, I'm gonna sit and you're gonna show up with some other food so that I can actually call food. She's like, that is not food, Ryan. What the heck is that? It's not even dog worthy. Yeah, not bad. Solid 4 out of 10. This is what we're doing. We're gonna pack up, then we're gonna put fuel in the tuk-tuk at the town until we don't have any left in the spare tank. And then with that, we're gonna decide if we need to save the fuel money for fuel to get to the next place. I'll ask the locals there how many kilometers it is. But if we've got enough fuel to get there, I'll end up, yeah, forking out the money for Patty to have a good night's sleep and myself as well. That's kind of how we're living life right now. This morning, I literally went to the bank, to those ATMs, and I knew going there, I was like, there was a long line of people last night, and when I walked the dog this morning, there wasn't anybody in line. There was no line when I walked past the ATMs. So that meant two things. I'm in luck or there's no money in the ATM. And that's exactly what it was. So I was walking to the ATM to go get money out and thinking, if there's money in the ATM, I'm staying another couple days and we'll do a bunch of hiking and sort the tuk-tuk properly. But if there's not, we've got to make a rapid chain of decisions to get out as soon as possible while thinking about fuel and the mechanic issues and the amount of money we have. And yeah, so but we're doing like extremely well, and I'm so proud of Patty and Tori. They're absolutely killing it with the circumstances. So yeah, it's just a learning curve and all part of the adventure, but yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what life is. So now we're living it and we're out here. So we're just gonna pack up the tuk-tuk real quick to not drive this dirt road in complete darkness. But that's a sight behind me. But this is the first time where I'm deliberately packing the tuk-tuk using the overhead lights, what they were installed for. So this is really nice.
It's nice to see the back and to pack stuff away properly, to not lose anything out one of these 4 doors. I'm so glad I have this switch now, because my visibility really turns to shit when I do turn this internal light on. But no, just the switch right there. Installed that baby myself. Don't mind if I do. Bit of a electrician out here. Wasn't pretty, but we made it. That's the town. Well, would you look at that? This is what we decided on. Staying in the same bed, in the same room as last time. Paddy's on the floor there. And it's only 30 kilometers to the next town where they got the bank that's open till 1 p.m. Across the blockade crossing, so I got to leave time for that. And nonetheless, we've got just enough fuel for the next 30 kilometers. I knew that if we were going to make it, it was going to be slim, and it definitely is. After paying tonight for the bed, I'll have 50 cents to my name in cash, and that's it. Truly, what a day, what a day.